It's less than a month away. Less than a month away until Snow White, the bastardized live-action version of Snow White starring Rachel Zegler as the titular character. And it's not projected to do very well at the box office. As of right now, it's projected to open less than we saw Little Mermaid open a few years ago. And because of this, maybe, because of all the negativity surrounded, because every single thing they put out gets absolutely ratioed into oblivion, looks like Disney's trying a new approach, Jay. They're desperately trying to connect this to the original animated version, but I don't think fans are really believing what they're selling. Disney shifts Snow White marketing strategy to include clips from the original 1937 animated movie, but fans aren't buying it. Take a look at this, Jay. They put this over on Twitter.
Go back to the classics.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all?
They tried to say this is it's going to be an exact replica of the cartoon.
Yeah, you know, if they had started off with this, if this had been the marketing strategy from the beginning, maybe this would have worked pretty fucking well. You know what the problem is? You have dumbass Rachel Zegler out there talking about all the ways that this movie's not going to be like the original. It's not 1937 anymore, and evidently so, right?
Yeah.
These are all the things we heard immediately about this. And, you know, it's funny because they'll even go and they put this out here as well. They will hide replies from people that are just the original animated version. Like, this is a hidden reply from Disney. The original Snow White. Just a GIF. Not shitting on them. I saw My Nerdy Home put this out, and hers got, right, the original will always be superior. At least that's referencing the original being better than this.
Yeah, but that's everybody says that. About any remake that they like. The original's always better.
But this person doesn't even say that. They just put a clip of Snow White.
I know.
And it gets hidden by Disney. How fucking soft and pathetic.
Pretty bad.
And they have this behind the scenes featurette where they're like trying to be like, oh, look at how much honor we paid to this. It's also getting fucking ratioed, right? It does not matter what they do at this point. It's done. It's over. Do you want to watch some of this with me?
Yeah.
The original Snow White, it didn't break the mold, it created the mold. Somehow Walt Disney connects to something inside of us, a kind of childlike wonder and optimism.
There's so much from this animated movie that we have taken from and used in our own.
Not the story, though. Not the fucking story. You have clips here and clips there of recreation, but not the fucking story. It's weird, isn't it?
A lot of it with the design of the costumes and the designs of the set pieces.
And action.
First day I was shooting, I was a little nervous because I'm doing something that is so iconic. All of a sudden, I'm the evil queen and I get to say that.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all?
We started working on the different looks for the evil queen, and the amount of research that Sandy Powell, our costume designer, showed, it was like magic.
This is based on the original iconic look of the evil queen, and I think it's a really striking look.
It's a human.
What did you think I was?
Nothing. Ghost.
When you think about Snow White, there's so much iconography.
Your bickering won't fix a thing, so whistle while you work.
Its place in history is very specific and incredibly powerful, and we wanted to honor it.
Whistle while you work.
It's an absolutely beautiful homage to a film that continues to mean so much to people.
The story is fantastic. The music is incredible. And I can't wait for the world to see it.
Yeah, Disney magic.
Disney magic.
Magic, huh?
Jay, I think it'd be Disney magic if this movie ends up making money.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be the real Disney magic. Look at the comments. Gal Gadot's the only reason I watched the video. Zegler is scary. I'm rooting for Gal Gadot and the Poison Apple. I sincerely pray Gal Gadot wins. End of the movie. Gal Gadot and the handsome prince live happily ever after. Disney, please make Gal Gadot win and we will forgive you everything. Gal Gadot is our princess. Go Evil Queen. Everyone's rooting for you.
Wild, man. I'm surprised you didn't say Free Palestine at the end of the video.
I don't think Disney would have put it in their promotional video.
Yeah, it's not looking good there, Rachel. The other thing too is like I you know, sometimes when a film is coming out, there are some sort of excitement for certain people that they're ready to see this film, things like that. It's like you don't even see that. It's mostly people laughing and just like this is going to be a disaster. There's nothing that they could do at this point to try to trick people into going to see the film, I guess. So if they weren't
PR nightmares we've ever seen, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Because in and of itself, right, if you just in a vacuum, if somebody showed me that video, it would be like, okay, it looks like they really care about it and looks like they really want to recreate it and stuff like that. But it's ratioed to hell. The reason it's ratioed to hell is because we know that's not the case. We know we have all this stuff from Rachel Zegler about her fucking talking about all the things they're changing, all the differences between this one and the last one, why they changed this, why they changed that. That didn't go over very well.
No.
So they're desperately trying to convince people they're honoring the past. They're not trying to modernize it. But that's exactly what they're doing.
Well, that's the thing too. It's like it didn't help. You know, she came out right out of the gate saying, man, the whole being saved by a prince is weird. And like, it just, nothing that she's done has helped. Even that whole like Free Palestine stuff that she was pushing while, you know, Gal Gadot is like pro-Israel. It's like that, all that stuff is just, it ain't helping, man. Like if you're trying to get people to watch the film, causing more controversy than it needs to be. So I guess time will tell. Early predictions don't look that great. And then I guess what will happen is word of mouth, you know, word of mouth. If it's decent, or will people just be like, you know, it's a Disney film. It'll end up on streaming in a month after it's released anyway. So what's the point? Yeah, a March release is interesting because, you know, if that's something you want to take your children to go see, they're still in school unless they're hoping for like some of the early spring break, you know, taking kids to go see it during that time. So that's kind of interesting. The release time is interesting to me, like March. I would think they would do it more when like there was no school. So
it got delayed right into that timetable.
That is true. It did get delayed.
Yeah, so that might be one of the reasons as well. Because remember they were supposed to do reshoots on this movie, and like they got in like 1 or 2 days of reshoots, and then the strike happened.
Right. So they had to push it back.
And those pickup shots you saw at that one point were actually stand-in actors, right? It wasn't actually Rachel Zegler in there. It wasn't actually the people that are playing it. They were stand-in actors. So I don't know. I don't know.
What a mess. I'm waiting for the press tour. If they even have one. They should be starting it soon, I'm assuming.
In the next couple weeks, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll bring Gal Gadot and Zegler out together to do press.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they'll be. I am sure that for those things, they will be perfectly fine for those. You know what I mean?
I guess we say that, but the press tours from Disney haven't been the best.
I think that they will realize that, hey, we need to make this work for whatever. And even though they might have like completely different political opinions, so they're still just working together. I think it'll be all right.